We all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Ladies and gentlemen, number crunchers and spreadsheet enthusiasts, thank you for joining us tonight. I've had quite the mathematical journey in my career, working as an accountant. And trust me, it's been a roller coaster ride of balance sheets and tax codes. In fact, my manager once told me, "Rusty, your accounting skills are so unique that even the calculator is confused." While working as an accountant, this is what my manager said about my work. "Rusty, your calculations are so off, even the wrong answers are confused." I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. "You once tried to balance the books and ended up with a circus act." In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. "Your idea of a balanced budget is spending all your money on a seesaw." Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. "Even the IRS is baffled by your tax returns." The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. "You make counting to 10 seem like a complex math problem." My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, "Your accounting skills are so bad that even the abacus has given up." You'll get a kick out of what my manager said. "You once added 2 plus 2 and got banana." Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday. "You make math look like a foreign language, and nobody understands it." One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. "Your spreadsheets are like abstract art open to interpretation, but mostly nonsense." Guess what my manager said during our meeting? "Even the calculator needs therapy after working with you." Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, "You once tried to do taxes and accidentally filed as a penguin." Another day I went to work and my manager said, "Your idea of a financial statement is a shopping list." Here's a good one. My head of department's take on my work was, "You make algebra seem like a walk in the park compared to your accounting." It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment: "Your budgeting skills are so bad that even a lemonade stand would go bankrupt." Picture this. My executive's comment on my work went something like this: "You once tried to do math in your sleep, and even your dreams got the answers wrong." My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. "You make balancing a checkbook look like an Olympic sport." So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work: "Your financial planning is like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded." Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this: "You once tried to calculate interest and ended up with a love letter." Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, "You make the stock market look stable compared to your financial advice." So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently: "Your accounting skills are so bad that even the numbers have given up on you." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work: "Your spreadsheets are like a maze, and you're the one who's lost." So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work: "Even a calculator has to take a coffee break after working with you." I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this: "You once tried to calculate interest and ended up with a recipe for chocolate cake." Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. "Your financial statements are so confusing, they should come with a warning label." So, there I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, "You make algebra look like a straightforward, simple task." You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. "Your idea of a tax deduction is a game of pin the tail on the IRS." One day this is what my supervisor said about my work: "Even the Sudoku puzzle is easier to solve than your financial reports." Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? "You once tried to do math with a broken calculator and somehow made it even worse." While working some extra hours, my team said this: "Your budgeting skills are so bad that even Monopoly money wouldn't trust you." I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this: "You make tax season feel like an endless nightmare." You won't believe what my team said about my work recently: "Your calculations are like a comedy routine, and nobody's laughing." Just this Wednesday, my colleague said this about me. You once tried to balance the books and ended up with a juggling act. I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. Your math skills are so rusty that even the rust is embarrassed. So, there I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, "You make a crossword puzzle look like a piece of cake." So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. Your idea of an expense report is a list of things you wish you could buy. Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? Even a Magic 8-Ball has better financial advice than you. So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently. You once tried to do your taxes and sent a blank page to the IRS. While working some extra hours, my team said this. You make a Sudoku puzzle look like a child's play. We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. Your accounting skills are so bad that even the IRS agents feel sorry for you. You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. You make a maze look like a straight line compared to your calculations. You won't believe what my team said about my work recently. Your math skills are so rusty that even a rusty nail looks sharp in comparison. My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. You once tried to calculate a tip and ended up tipping the whole table over. So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work. Your idea of financial planning is hoping for a lottery win. Picture this. My executives' comment on my work went something like this. Even a kindergarten math quiz is too advanced for you. Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday. You made counting to 10 seem like an Olympic event. In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. You once tried to balance the books and ended up balancing a stack of pancakes. Just this Wednesday, my colleague said this about me. Your financial advice is like a broken compass, it always points in the wrong direction. The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. You make balancing a budget look like an impossible magic trick. I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. You once tried to calculate a percentage and got a blank stare in return. One day, this is what my supervisor said about my work. Your tax returns are so questionable that even the IRS sends you a confused emoji. My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, You make a maze look like a straight line compared to your financial planning. One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. You once tried to calculate compound interest and ended up with a compound fracture. Here's a good one. My head of department's take on my work was, Your accounting skills are like a broken record, they keep repeating the same mistakes. Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. You make a crossword puzzle look like a children's picture book. Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, Even a broken clock is right twice a day, but you're never right in math. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. You once tried to calculate profit margins and ended up with margin of error. I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. Your financial forecasting is like predicting the weather in a parallel universe. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. You make a Rubik's Cube look like child's play compared to your calculations. My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, You once tried to do math in your sleep, and even your dreams got it wrong. Guess what my manager said during our meeting? Your accounting skills are so bad that even a malfunctioning calculator would outperform you. Thank you all for being an amazing audience tonight. I hope you had as much fun laughing at my accounting mishaps as I did sharing them. Remember, laughter is the best currency, even if my financial skills are a bit bankrupt. Before we conclude, I'd like to leave you with one last balance sheet. My manager once told me, Rusty, your accounting is so bad that even a magician couldn't make the numbers disappear. Thank you, and good night, everyone. Thank you for being here and have a good day. See you on the next one.
And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?
Hey, I may be the worst at my job, but at least I am entertaining. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your manager is saying about your work. And if you didn't enjoy this show, well, I promise I'll try even harder to disappoint you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay employed, and keep smiling.